What's up, everyone? Doing a little creek walk today, and my first find is right here. It's a little baby ringneck snake. That's the first one I found this year. Oh, I mean, it's like the size of a worm. Look at that. Yeah, I decided to go a lot further south than the nearest town, and I think that was a mistake because for whatever reason the water is yellow here and it's freezing. Well, I shouldn't say for whatever reason. I know the reason. There's some kind of mine drainage going on here. I didn't know it was this far though. I have walked this before, but not near as far at a different time of year. Actually, I think it was last year, and it wasn't like this at all. And this is freezing. Here's a bottle here, but it's probably just a common beer type thing. No, it's actually a keeper. I can't believe it. Nothing valuable, but it's a nice 7-Up bottle. Man, that water's so cold I can't even stand to have my feet in there. So yeah, I'll take that and keep it. Yeah, this is one of them creeks that has all this type of stuff in it, which is my least favorite type of creek to walk. And boy, is it cold. And the stuff underneath is going deeper. Wow. Well, I might be able to get around it up this way. This creek here was completely clear further up. But here it's just so cloudy, you can't even see anything. I can't tell how deep it is here. I mean, I'd almost walk out if I could, but well, I might have to. It's getting really deep here. I just hope there's no snapping turtles on here. I do not want to get bit by one of them. It's going deeper and deeper and deeper though. Wow. And now it's starting to sink. So hopefully this pays off, but the first bottle was a keeper, so hopefully that means I'll find more. Maybe eventually I'll get past whatever mine drainage that's turning this yellow and get into something, but I hope it's not all the way to the town, because I probably walked a good mile. So I will let you know if I find anything else. I can barely see in this area, but still a little cloudy, but I do see a bottle here, probably a Modern beer. Yep, well, Modern beers. See here, can't tell if that's Anheuser-Busch or one of them wheat patterns, but it's a bottle. Okay, that's a Modern junker there, and that's a Modern junker. Kind of figured they'd be. I'm hoping that this is so far south of the town that no one's walked this far, and that might help me out. Some people, well, actually I shouldn't say some, but most people walk really close to the towns. And then everybody's walking the same exact area, but sometimes you walk a little farther from the town, even though it's sparser. Sometimes you get lucky, but there's actually quite a bit of bottles here. Here's another, I think. Oh, it's one of them little junker jars. Here's a probably 1930s olive. Probably another junker jar. That one's almost worth keeping, but not quite. First thought it was one of them barrel mustards, but no, it's not. Okay, I think I might have an insulator here. Probably take that if it's whole. Nope, it was almost, but not quite. Big chunk missing out of it. Okay, I got a beer here. I think it may be a modern one though. No, it's a whiskey. Screw top. Probably 40s, 50s. Okay, here's a bottle up here. This bank is really muddy, so I'm hoping I can get it, but nope, I'm sliding down. See, it's really steep bank here. Well, use a stick, but those are covered in thorns, so maybe I'll grab one. Well, even those are thorn sticks, so. It doesn't look like it's anything special, just a square milk, but if it has the right name on it, it'd be worth bringing home. I think I see a keeper here. The milk ended up being completely unembossed, so it wasn't worth bringing home, but it's a 1930s soda. CP Elder from Shawnee, Ohio. So yeah, that's a keeper. They're probably the most common soda to find, but still a keeper. So I will take it. There's a couple bottles here. This one doesn't look that great. Huh, it's weird, it sits on its side or something. But it's broken. And here's a common one. It's a Great Seal from Newark, Ohio. That's a keeper. Not very old, but still a keeper. So I'll keep on keeping on. Okay, got something here. What is this? Oh, it's a catsup top bottle. Some of these are embossed, but I don't think this one is. Nope. 1920s. Huh, is that like a little... Oh, another snake. Wow. And I got bit by a deer fly. Jar thing. I didn't even notice this till I just happened to look here. That looks like it may be the oldest thing out of here. Yeah, it's one of them bitter quill bottles. If that's in here, then that means there's probably a hutch in here somewhere. But see, this bottle's one of these bigger, lighter bottles that float. So you're more likely to find one of these on the surface than a hutch, because them hutches are heavy and they sink down and they may never come back up. Oh, I think I see another bottle too. This doesn't look like anything though. Kind of looks like a thin crown top. Yeah. But that bitter quill has me kind of excited. It's not an exciting dig find, but in a creek it's an exciting find because that means there's older stuff here. I can't see hardly anything, but I do see a beer here. Well, it's not an old one though. Modern. Well, not modern, but stippled base after 1940. Then I see a soda here. It's one of them keeper ones. That one's a different one though. It's one it looks the same, but it's a different brand. P.O. Berry and Sons, New Lexington, Ohio. So let's see here. Take a look at the base. Oh, that one's actually after 1940, because it has Duraglass on it. So it's not as old as the Elder, but it's still a neat bottle and it's a keeper. Okay, I got something here, I think. Maybe not, I don't know. Yeah, it's a brick. Tricked me. Can't hardly see because there's so much of this yellow stuff here. But this looks like a really good area for bottles. Here's a bottle right here. This I know is, but it's one of them junker stubby beer bottles that are super common. There's a bottle, but I can tell it's modern without even picking it up. It's that texture there. It's for traction on conveyor belts, so I know that's not old. This looks like a little tiny bottle, but doesn't look like anything special. My battery up there doesn't look good. A lot of these creeks are really hard to walk, and you gotta have good balance to be able to walk them. Like this pocket here, it could be 10 foot deep for all I know. There's really no way to tell without getting back in, but I usually try to balance these logs until I can get out of the edge of all that stuff that's washed up there. You got a couple here. The one looks like it could be older. I'll do or pick up this one first because it's not going to be old. Yeah, not to be refilled or something. That's what it says. This other one here. Oh yeah, it's a nice tooled crown top. Looks like anyway. But I don't see any embossing, which isn't good. Oh wait, it is embossed on the base. Bucyrus, Ohio. I'm not familiar with beers from that area, so I'll take it, see what it looks like. What's this? That's a lazy person who still tosses their empty bottles in the creek. They got a bottle here, let's see what it is. That's a modern vinegar bottle or something. What's this? Looks like an ACL soda. Okay, what about this one? Modern bottle. I hope this one here is a local medicine because it looks old. Yeah. It's old alright, but it's just slick, sadly. That's too bad. I'll still take it though. But man, if I had a local name on it, that would have been a really good one. Could be 1880s. Oh, I see a bottle here. It's old too. Oh, it's a Hocking Valley. That's a Nelsonville, Ohio beer, so yeah, it's probably 1910 or so. That's a keeper. Okay, I don't know what this is. Old olive jar. That may be worth keeping. Turn amethyst. No name ink. Screw top. Broken bottle there. Soda here. Oh, it's another one of these. Berry or elder. Okay, it's an elder because it has that E. Wow, this area looks really good for bottles. Jar there. Probably an Atlas. Yep. Atlas Strong Shoulder Mason. This was a quart. What was this? Oh, man. I sliced myself up. That kind of hurt. Hope I didn't slice myself up too bad. Machine made. Huh. I don't know. Too bad it's broken. Well, I actually think I see another one of them sodas. But I'm going to go ahead and put all these in my bag. Okay, what is this? Swirl Pepsi. Not as old. Okay, I don't know what this is. Probably a slick polish. No, it's embossed. Oh, it's one of the little battery oil bottles or something. You know, I don't think I've ever found one of these before, believe it or not. I've seen them around a lot, but first time actually finding one in the wild, so that's pretty neat. Alright, well, guess I'll end the video. It'll be one, it's a beer. Looks a little too skinny. It'll be a keeper though. Okay, this could be a Coke. Oh wow, it's broken. Pepsi. What's this? Oh, Pepsi, it's broken. Okay, this could be something. I don't know though. Oh yeah, it's gotta be something. It's a 20 soda. I mean, normally these are embossed. Oh, wait a minute. It's embossed up high. That's not good. I'll walk a little further so I can get all this tree stuff here. I hope it's a local one. Oh yeah, it's got some damage there. Consumers. It sounds familiar. I just cannot think of where Consumers is. Maybe that's Newark, Ohio or something. So here are the finds cleaned up. So first we got the Consumers Products Company. That's a Newark, Ohio bottle. Very common, and it is chipped. So it's barely worth taking, but went ahead and did it. Next is this condiment jar here. Probably around 1915. It's old enough to turn sun-colored amethyst, so I'll probably put it on my roof somewhere and let it turn. This one's a crier. It looks like an 1890s druggist, but the druggists from this area hardly ever made bottles that had names embossed on them. So if you find one that's from Southeast Ohio with a name outside of the river towns, it's pretty rare. And outside of Zanesville, because that's a large town. Here's a no deposit, no return 7-Up. Here's a very common but old bottle. Could be 1890s, but could also be around 1900 because they made them with applied tops all the way until they were machine made. Here's a P.O. Barry & Sons Art Deco soda from New Lexington, Ohio. Here's a C.P. Elder from Shawnee, Ohio. This other one I didn't get quite cleaned up 100%, but it's almost there, 90% of the way. See that stuff there at the bottom? There was a thick coating of that all over the bottle. Why, I could barely even tell what it was. But anyway, that cleaning stuff I was using, it wasn't strong enough, and that was in the tub soaking for probably over a month now. I was like, I don't got all day to wait around. Doing some bottle cleaning today. Just figured I'd warn people that this stuff here doesn't work very well. It did a little bit, but not hardly anything. Just made the water stink and got maybe a really tiny little bit of this nasty creek stuff off the bottles. So ended up ordering a bunch of this on eBay, and it works pretty good because this has been less than 24 hours and it looks like they're all ready, because you see how they have changed color. They're not black anymore. If they have that look to them, and that usually means they're ready. Now, top part of the closest soda there, that part may not come off completely because that's really thick, and then the top part of this wasn't underwater, so that's why it's that color. But the whole rest of that jug was that color, and it looks like it's ready to come off now. So anyway, I need to get clean them because I gotta leave for work here in a few, so I'm trying to clean up certain ones for my next video. So anyway, that is it. Then this one here, it's a interesting bottle-tooled crown top with empty slug place. I thought that was kind of be a junker, but then it actually is embossed on it. Boston Bros, Bucyrus, Ohio. I don't know nothing about bottles from that town because it's not anywhere near here, so I don't find bottles from there ever. So I don't know if it's a good one or not, but it does seem like these towns that are north of Columbus and northward, I don't know, I just don't know enough about the bottles. Maybe there is some strong interest from certain towns, but for the most part, when I find a bottle from one of them northern Ohio towns north of Columbus, usually they're hard to sell bottles from my experience. But maybe I'm just not finding the rare ones, because everyone and their brother collects old bottles that are pre-1880, so yeah, everything from that time period is going to be good just because it's old, or at least easier to sell. But when it comes to 1900 and now stuff, well, that's a different story. It only depends if the town has local collectors or not, and a lot of the towns from the northern half of Ohio don't for some reason. Or they do, but they don't pay much for anything. Anyway, here's a Hocking Valley from Nelsonville, Ohio. Blown in mold. Been finding a fair amount of them this year. Not a lot, but for a while every creek I walked seemed to have had one.